Hey, welcome to day 6 of the 28-day Corona Proof Your Business Challenge. My name is Csaba from Game of Conversions, and today I'm going to talk about a slightly controversial topic, namely why simple messages beat complex messages in almost every single case. Now, what do I mean by simple messages? I'm referring to something that's aimed at your target audience's emotions, and it's not overcomplicated with a lot of logical stuff, with a lot of reasons and complicated words, and the typical type of B2B messaging, which uses very long sentences, very sophisticated words. Sounds very professional, don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, studies have shown repeatedly over and over and over again that these types of messages convert worse than more simple messages written in plain English, as if you were talking to your friend in a bar at a Friday evening over a beer. These messages convert much better than all the typical B2B lingo that I see in so many cases on various company websites and their marketing materials. How can this be? Csaba, my audience is so sophisticated. I cannot send them simple messages. They would think that I'm not professional at all. I get it. And that's why I said that this topic is slightly controversial. A lot of people find it extremely hard to believe this. They think that they have to oversell themselves and to showcase and highlight how extremely professional they are so that people will be impressed by them. And I cannot blame them for this. It's not their fault. We've been raised in a school system, in a university system that usually rewards messaging like this, that rewards academic style text, that rewards professionalism and diplomacy and all these stuff. And it's all nice and dandy. But in reality, people don't really care about this inside of their hearts. When they buy something, they usually make an emotional decision and just justify their decision with logic later on. But they always make the decision based on their emotions. And you cannot really appeal to their emotions if your text, if your copy is full of professional lingo, because it engages our logical brain. It has a neurological effect. It does stimulate parts of the brain that are more tied to logic, more tied to rational thinking. But good salesmen and good copywriters know that if you want to be more successful in selling, you have to actually turn these off so that people don't have that many objections against you, and just appeal to their lizard brain, to appeal to their limbic system, their emotional core, because this is what will give them an emotional punch actually, and give them the motivation to do something. And another misconception that I hear all the time is that, Csaba, my audience is super intellectual and so sophisticated. If they see that I don't use sophisticated grammar and everything, they will think that I'm a scam, or they will feel like I'm not professional enough. And again, I get it. We were conditioned in a institutionalized system that rewards expressing ideas in complex ways, in sophisticated sentence structures and everything. And I get it. I had to write 3 theses in my life, and I get how all the academic stuff, sounds like, and how hard it is to write it. But think about it. How many people actually read theses like that? Only hardcore scientists or people who are hell-bent on understanding some problem. Other people, they don't have time for that. They don't read it. They don't care about it. Maybe they read the conclusion, but that's it. Even for a lot of scientific papers, the conclusion and the introduction, they're still written in a complicated way. And it's good for that particular industry and for that particular niche, but don't get the idea that this will work for normal day-to-day people as well, because it won't, and it won't sell them anything. And the reason for this is that, just look around. We live in an information age where we're bombarded with ads, information, emails, Facebook ads, new posts, new information, new everything all the time. Who has time to read stuff which is confusing and which needs even more effort? People don't want to extend effort. They're lazy on things that they don't care about. And if you want to grab their attention, you have to use very simple ways that absolutely minimize the chance for them to misunderstand something, or that causes them to phase out and not be receptive to your message anymore. Don't believe me? Do your own research. I really encourage you to do so, and you'll find that over and over again, the average reading level of best-selling novels, of best-selling ads, of best-selling basically any type of copy that moves people in some way is at around the 6th or 7th grade level. Think about it, 6th or 7th grade level. And the reason for this is because, again, no matter how sophisticated someone is, if a message is crystal clear, there's no way for people to misunderstand it. And it has a lot of action words, it's powerful, it's emotional. It doesn't matter if it's basic or not. Also, think about how Trump talks, for example. He uses very simple words. A lot of people hate him for this, and a lot of people think that, he's not intelligent enough, but this couldn't be farther from the truth. He's a very, very smart guy, and he uses these types of words intentionally. Why? Because this is what connects with people, and this is what starts conversations, either positive or negative. This is what's memorable. This is what can move people to do something, either in a positive way or in a negative way, against Trump or in favor of Trump. So I guess if I have to give a conclusion to this video, is this: always try to simplify your messaging to make it better flowing, easier to understand, less prone to any type of confusion, because this is what will be remembered by people. And regardless of how sophisticated they are, I don't care if they have 3 PhDs or something, if you sell them something, they still want text which is easy to understand. Check on super simple companies. Just study their ads a bit closer, and you'll see that this is the case in almost every single case. And to be honest, it's actually quite hard to do this type of simplified but effective messaging. When I write copy, it's much easier for me to write something which is longer or a bit more complicated, and I have to actually edit it a lot so that it's trimmed down, all the fat is cut off, and it flows better. A lot of potentially confusing words are replaced by simpler words, to bring the average reading level down to that magical 6th, 7th, maybe 8th grade level. And for example, a good tool for this is called the Hemingway app. You can paste any text there, and it will show you where the sentence structure is complicated and where you're more likely to lose people who are reading that. And I encourage you to try it out. You'll be shocked by how complicated your copy actually is. It's just hemingwayapp.com. You can Google it. It's free, and I encourage you to try it. So thanks for watching. Leave a comment below. Let me know the #1 thing you've learned from this video, and see you tomorrow. Cheers.